What's happening? What's happening, family? It's your main man, TJ Chapman, host of the TJ Chapman Show and the Afternoon Ride on the Culture Radio. Man, listen, this has been a great weekend, and welcome back from a coronavirus type of vibe. And the thing about it is, we never thought we were going to be here, but we made a way because technology makes it be that way. So welcome again for a long weekday or weekend, I should say. To the Orlando Urban Film Festival, where this weekend was fabulous. We kicked things off starting on Friday with the Ocoee Massacre with Monica May. Special shout out to WFTV, who allowed us to be able to feature this film. So big shout out to them. We had a lot of winners this weekend, and I can't wait to dive right into it. So without further ado, man, we're just going to get right into it. I wonder who actually have that's won the show. Do we have our first guest ready to step to the virtual world, red carpet? I think we have JJ. Actually, no, we got Harold. Harold, my main man, what's happening?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, doing great, man. So you guys have actually been nominated for Best Animated Film, and it was The Quiet. And so
Actually, that wasn't me. I was for Unarmed Man and.
They gave me notes. They made me put Steve Harvey on you.
Oh no, it's all good.
Trying to get my notes right. Okay, all right. So tell us about the film that you actually won for best category.
Yeah, we won, and I'm really happy that we, especially for the team, we won best film for Unarmed Man. Which is a sort of a social commentary film about sort of the behind the scenes discussions and sort of political aspect of what happens after you get one of these police brutality cases.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, it was one of those things where it's a very smart, sophisticated film, but it's also, it has the drama and the tension and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited for the team. Shout out to the two main lead actors, Sean Woodland and Danny Gavigan, who did an exceptional job. So if for all you guys out there, if you can find it. I'm not sure if it's still running on the festival. If it is, watch it on the festival. If not, you can find the film Unarmed Man on Tubi TV or Amazon Prime. Either way, it's good. It's good. You'll be able to find it and check it out.
Wow, that is awesome. So how much, with everything that's been happening with coronavirus and how people had to, stop production, what was it like to be able to get back, on screen to be able to make this film?
Yeah, and also before we start, I also won for best director for Unarmed Man, and as well as a documentary film that I made called Burn: The Evolution of an American City. That's about the Tulsa race riots and where Tulsa, Oklahoma was and is today, and also Black Wall Street. So that's a very interesting film as well.
Absolutely. It was definitely a great one. And we talked about a little bit about, the Black Wall Street and how it was back then. And so with a little bit about that, absolutely. That was definitely dope. So even with the Black Wall Street, how do you feel like in today's society, do you ever feel that we'll ever have another Black Wall Street throughout the whole United States instead of one isolated place?
Yeah. So two things. One, the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma was at the time the most prosperous one. But there were several others really small, successful Black pockets in America.
Right.
So it's something that was quietly pretty normal in the country at the time. And the second part of that question is, I do think we can go back to it now. I think you're seeing a shift in the way we're thinking. We're thinking more as Black people. We're thinking more globally. We're starting to think about real estate. We're starting to think about property ownership. We're starting to think about college differently. We're starting to think about all these things and finance and wealth differently. And especially the younger generation, they're kind of taking it upon themselves to become more financially literate. So, I mean, I think it's something that's definitely possible and definitely something that's going to happen again.
Wow, it's great. And so, like, what do you guys got coming up next now that things are slowly starting to open back up, and different projects. You have a lot of the favorite drama series that are now coming back on television. How do you guys fare in that, and what's your next project?
Yeah, we're pushing right along, man. There's a lot of new things that you have to worry about with COVID, and as you should, to keep people safe and to keep everyone safe. So we're falling in line with all the things that are expected of us as producers and as filmmakers, and we're moving right along. We have a comedy series out, or I have a comedy series out that I produced that was released a few months ago, called by a young, crazy, funny young comic out of Washington D.C. named Rob Gordon. If you look it up, you can find it on Amazon. It's called Rob Gordon Problematic.
Right.
Check that out. It's on Prime, so you can enjoy it. And everybody's balancing the stress right now, so it's a great place to just kind of relieve some stress, sort of thing. And then finally, I'm moving into a new production in December for another film that's called The Forgettable Life of Lee and White. And I'm really excited about that. We're putting an incredible cast together. We got T.C. Carson. We got a young, crazy, good actor out of Atlanta named Karan Riley. You've seen him before. I got a lot of the guys that I work with that I trust and I love. So I'm excited to move forward, man.
Wow, I'm super excited for you too as well. And again, once again, congratulations on best feature film for Unarmed Man, as well as best documentary, Burn: The Evolution of an American City, which basically touched on Black Wall Street and the riots that took place in that. And before you actually leave, I do have someone that actually wants to personally congratulate you. Do we have Jason with us?
What's up? What's up, Harold? How you doing?
Jason, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, congratulations. I wanted to get in here and say how much I enjoyed your work. All of our judges enjoyed your work, and that's why you're sitting here with not one, not two, but 3 awards. Congratulations, brother.
And thank you guys. Thank you to the Orlando Urban Film Festival. I know everybody's trying to figure out how to do it in this new virtual world, but this was a great festival, man. I've seen a couple try to do it in the virtual world. You guys are, just by far the most successful I've seen do it so far.
Thank you. That means so much.
Thank you guys for the awards and the consideration and just allowing the film to be in the festival for people to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage everyone to go out and watch his brother's films. As a fellow filmmaker, I appreciate your eye. I appreciate your writing style, directing, everything. And, everyone, please go to our YouTube page. We're going to have our films up for about another week, and then we'll take them down. But, use this opportunity to go out there and watch Harold's films and all of our submitters' films, and just check them out.
Yeah, check them out. There's a lot of other good films in the festival too. Again, my 2 films are Unarmed Man and Burn: The Evolution of an American City. But the festival is just chock full of really great films. So once you plug in, you'll be hooked for a while.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Harold. And this won't be the last that we'll see of you. I'm pretty sure that you'll probably become a festival favorite over the years.
Yeah, when the world opens back up, I'm excited to come down and hang out with you guys, man.
Cool. We appreciate it. We'll look forward to it.
Thank you.
And Harold, before you go, all these great films that you have coming up, how can the people follow you and know when it's actually going to be coming out?
Yeah, so my handle, I don't have a Twitter. And I tell people all the time because I don't, a couple of years from now, I don't want to get caught up with something I said in 2002, So, but my IG is Harold Jackson 3. You can find me on Facebook at Harold Jackson III. And there you can kind of get everything you need and keep posted up. Please follow me. Comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like. I listen, I respond, and I'm interested in how people feel.
Wow. Congratulations once again. And, best of luck to you. And I can't wait to see the next future films that you have coming out.
Me too.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us.
Problem. Thank you.
And Jason, while I actually have you, you're
Yeah.
you're the man of the hour, and I know you hit me up, and you were more so like, okay, all right, we got to figure out this whole virtual red carpet show, because you know how we do it. We do it big on the red carpet.
Yeah.
So we're trying to just figure out how to do everything. So what was the preparation like to be able to get everybody together and figure out a plan to be able to make this happen?
Man, we have a fantastic team, and we've been working with them for a year, for years. The Orlando independent filmmakers, Sevilla and Lenny LaRusso, Joni and Essex Ferguson, or Joni Ferguson and Essex O'Brien. They all just came on board and said, let's make this happen, and let's make this better than we've done in years. And we're going into a virtual world. It's completely unknown, but there was a great vision, and our visionary was Sevilla LaRusso, and she really pulled a lot of this together. As far as the opening ceremony, the award ceremony, and Joni and Essex, pulled everything together for the live panels, and it just the black magic just happened. You gotta have a great team, and you gotta know how to when to get out of the way. Uh-oh, you went out, TJ.
Oh, got to unmute my mic first. See,
yeah,
we all learning on the fly.
Yeah, so, and I especially want to also thank our founder, Marianne Eggleston, because none of this would be possible without her. She had a vision that she created about to go on 8 years ago, to bring a festival to Orlando to celebrate and honor our content creators of color. And here we are. We're doing it.
Wow, and I'm so happy to be a part of it once again. And you guys have set a theme of entertain, educate, and and celebrate, and that's what we're here to do. And I'm super excited about it. I know we have some more winners behind backstage, our virtual backstage. I think we actually do have JJ from The Quiet this time, and y'all had me
all the way from Australia.
Yeah, greetings from Australia, from Perth.
Yes, we love our international filmmakers.
Wow, and that's what it's all about. Welcome to the post award show, behind the scenes with your main man, and you are just one of the representatives of The Quiet. Tell us a little bit about The Quiet, and how does it feel to win such a prestige award?
Well, before I speak about that, I just want to say that you have an absolutely incredible name for a talk show host, mate. TJ Chapman. Yeah. Well, anyway, so I'm I'm the producer and narrator of The Quiet, and it's an animated short film. The director and me go way back. I kind of met him about 21 years ago, actually in hospital. He just had an operation, and he just had a cesarean. Actually, he's my son. So the director and the animator and editor and the music creator is Radea, and that's my son. He's asleep right now, and as all 21-year-olds are at 7 a.m. in the morning over here. So The Quiet is an animated short film that starts out in space, and so you see an astronaut in space, and he's reminiscing about life on Earth, and you see a lot of things there which someone in space, he's thinking about eggs cooking on the stove in the morning, like a stove switching on, a light switch coming on. So trying to connect what he's feeling out there, the isolation in space, and then to sound and the feel of Earth. And that's actually how the film started. Like both of us, he hadn't written the script yet, and he had written a short story called Silence, where the first word was silence is the most beautiful thing that exists in the universe. Mm-hmm. And so I told him, hey, look, I think there's a story there. There's a film in there, like work on that and come up with something. So then that's how it started. And we had no idea that it would eventually turn into a film about social isolation, about the impact of isolation on someone's mind, the impact of trauma at birth, where you lose a twin, the impact of trauma later in life and incarceration. So all of that kind of in the end, when we reached the end, we realized we had a film about mental illness and the impact of COVID, how isolation could impact on you. And we finished this in like November last year, November, December, and COVID was the furthest away from our minds. And it turned out to be a film that actually looks at that. And a number of friends and people who'd seen the film told us that they were encouraged to go reach out to their family, to their brother, to their sister, to see how they are in difficult times.
Yeah, man, it was an amazing animation film, and I think you all are onto something, because right now in COVID, animation is king.
Oh,
absolutely is. Yes, it is indeed. So, and like, is this your first award for winning an animated film for best animated film?
Okay, so like to be honest, this is the 80th award for The Quiet.
Definitely. So what are some upcoming? Do you have any upcoming projects you guys got coming up soon?
Yes. We have a short animation called Painting by Numbers, which we're just releasing now, and we hope to put into Orlando next week, when you guys open up. And that's an animation which kind of actually looks at the environment, and it looks at the impact of humanity on the environment. And it's told through a series of artworks, of famous artworks. So it's kind of an experimental animated short, which kind of tells people that we need to look after the environment. And that's called Painting by Numbers.
Wow, it sounds amazing. I'm super excited about it, and just from being able to finally be able to get through the whole COVID thing and start doing what you love to do, because I know me personally, me and my team was getting ready to hit the seas and hit the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage, and that would have been our first big show, or big outing, I should call it, because we usually do thanks to my main man Jason Gregory, who put me on and believed in me and allowed me to be able to do not one but two of our not Fantastic Voyage, but the Femme Reunion, both in 2018 and 2019. And because of that, we were granted the opportunity to be the behind the scenes interviewers of the Fantastic Voyage. But COVID hit, and the rest.
Now Tom Joyner is gone.
And now Tom
Joyner away. Yep.
So another quick thing is that actually this Saturday I'm going to be shooting my first ever live action, which I'm directing and acting in as well. So that's called Soul Catching. Thank you. Yeah, so I've been the voice for a couple of films so far. Never been in front of the camera, so like this would be my first time. Yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
I'm super excited for you. Thanks for joining us on our virtual red carpet, and congratulations once again for winning Best Animated Film. Best of luck to you and everything that you have going on next, and I can't wait to see your next project. Thank you so much, JJ.
Take care, JJ.
All right, so we're going to keep this party going, and before we do, Jason, is there anything that you want to say in regards to what's going to happen next for OUFF next year?
Hey man, we're going to open those submissions back up. It's time. We want to see what 2021 looks like. A new crop of filmmakers, and maybe some of the same filmmakers that we had this year. We want to see great content that's out there and help promote it. Again, our tagline is to entertain, educate, and celebrate.
Yes, and that's actually a great tagline. I love it. So we're gonna keep this party going, man, because we had a lot of winners in a lot of different categories, and I do believe we do have Monique that's standing backstage right now for they won Best Student Short.
Yeah, and
it's joining us, and and the title of this is can we say what I can find, or yes, I hate this
Effing job.
Yeah. Effing job.
Between lines, you know what that means. So, so let's go ahead, talk to us about, why you hate this job.
Before I start, I just have to say thank you to TJ, thank you Jason and Joni and the entire OUFF family and team for even acknowledging my little short film that I love so dearly. It's so true to my heart.
It's not little, it's big.
Thank you. Yes, it is a very important piece to me. I wrote it and I directed it because what it did was it spoke to me. I had to tell the story about myself partly, but on a larger scale about many women of color who are within the workforce, no matter what kind of position you are in. Many times we are overlooked or ignored, and we work really hard at our jobs as we do, you know. And we're often, like I said, overlooked. And so I had to write something to express, for one, the frustration, to celebrate our goodness, our greatness, because there's always something great within us that we at times are pushing aside to just commit to a job that turns out that really doesn't, you know, celebrate us. So I'm hoping to reach out to a lot of women and say, hey, you can still go back to school. You can still go and open up your business or whatever it is, that dream that you are holding off on because you're so committed to this job. Hey, sister, do not let that dream die. Stay committed. I mean, you can do both. You can just hustle a little bit, you know, until that other thing happens for you. So that's why this is such an important piece for me. And I hope that a lot of the women, mainly, which I wrote it for, I hope that they feel it. So, yeah.
Wow, that is so awesome. And where do you plan on taking this film? I mean, I know it's a short film, but what do you plan on taking?
You know, I see this as a development television, something that, I mean, I would love for it, you know, dream big, dream bold, right? Television, mainstream television. But I would love to see this turn into a series. Like, I mean, there's so many of us outside of the population that I was just speaking of that are not happy with our 9-to-5s, you know, our everyday job, pursuing whatever the dream is more important. So I would love to see how maybe, you know, even some of our men, you know, are dealing with working at a job that they're in disgust of or whatever. You know, I'd love to see it, you know, go into a television project.
Wow, I'm super excited.
I would love that.
You know, Monique, I love your story because it's all about reinventing yourself. And exactly. I know you went back to school to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And got your papers. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You know, and now, you know, you're living your dream. You're walking your path, and it's not easy.
No, it isn't.
It's not easy to do, but you have done it, and I believe that you will be successful.
Oh, thank you.
And this is just a start right here. We look forward to seeing a lot more content from you.
Thank you so very much. And again, thank you all. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I want to say congratulations to all of the filmmakers, the winners, and the honorable mentions as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, definitely a pleasure. And are there any other future films that you are planning on coming up with besides focusing on this one to get it to the next level?
Yes, I am working on right now a short. It's called Jamila Speaks. Jamila Speaks is we follow a young girl. She's a teenager. She's locked in at home due to the COVID pandemic, and she's deciding on, you know, what crafts do I have? What kind of special abilities do I have that can possibly turn into an entrepreneurship? So, yeah.
Wow. And how can the viewers follow you on social media?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have Instagram. It is Fine as Wine Girl, and I also have my website. It's called aproudgirlproduction.com.
Wow, it's been an honor, and
thank you.
And once again, you know, congratulations on winning Best Student Shorts.
Thank you so much.
And I'm looking forward to what's next for you.
Thank you. All the best to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, Jason, that was an amazing film, and I know Essex. He commented earlier about that. You know, we are pursuing our dreams more and more because we are probably at a job that we effing hate that job. You know? So it was definitely well worth it. And
a lot of us have been there. A lot of us have been there, and I applaud anyone who has the faith to step out and really reinvent themselves and do what they want to do or do what they're meant to do.
Right. And I recently have gone through that. And so that's what I'm doing now. And it's been a transition, but it's been a happy transition because now I'm doing things that, you know, I love to do. Not only do I have, the TJ Chapman Show, but I also now am the host for my own afternoon show called The Afternoon Ride, weekdays.
I know.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on the Culture Radio. So make sure you guys go out and download the app. Tomorrow's actually Motivational Monday, so we're definitely going to have a great time.
And I applaud you for that, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Now on Saturday, you guys had you actually had a educational session with full of guest panel. What was that like? What was that about?
Man, it was fantastic. Our first 3 panels were moderated by Joni and Essex, and then Candace stepped in and moderated the panel, and then we ended the night with Shireen. And we want to make sure that we give a lot of education at our film festival. Things that some filmmakers may not get somewhere else. So, we started off with the independent producers panel, independent producers coming on, people who have actually worked in the industry. They have the connections, they have the IDMB credits, they have all of that. And, they brought that knowledge to us, at the panel. And then after that, we talked about the importance of Black superheroes, because right now, our Black community is going through a racial pandemic right now, with, racial injustice and things like that. And then, following that, we had mental health awareness panel in the Black community. Aside from the racial pandemic, we're facing COVID as well. So, how are our, Black people doing within this COVID environment right now? And then what was the next one? We had so many. I forgot what the 4th and 5th one were. But I know the 5th one was with Shireen, and that was your creative breakthrough. Just, talking to a couple of filmmakers who got their breakthrough and even later in life,
Wow. And before we move on to our next category winner, I definitely want to give a shout out to our community sponsor, Dolphin Image.
Yes.
Who's been a great sponsor for allowing us to do what we do best, and that's to put on a show, to be able to educate and celebrate and have a great time. And so definitely big shout out to Dolphin Image.
They are a great community partner for us. We love Dolphin Image.
Absolutely. Now this next award, that winner, is to our best music video, and that goes to none other than Wes Clark. And he already look, he's already rocking in the back right now.
That's the best Clark.
Hey, how you doing?
What's happening?
Hey, Jason, what's up, man?
Hey, it's good to see you, man. I think if memory serves me correctly, I think we saw you last year with a was it a feature or a short?
It was web series. That's
web series. That's right.
Yeah.
So now you ventured out into music videos now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Yeah, love and hate. First of all, I want to thank you, Jason. Thank everybody. TJ. Thank the whole Orlando Urban Film Festival. I love coming out. I loved it last year when we went. It was nice and informative. Like you said, you had all the panels and stuff, so it was cool. It was also great to win. But but anyhow, this year I'm like, hey man, we going back again. So I love the fact that you guys were able to pull together and do virtual. I think one of the gentlemen, I think the best feature winner, saying I kind of echo what he said. You guys did a good job at pulling this together virtually. So I definitely thank you for that.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. So love and hate, like, how did that all come together?
All right. So the artist is a young lady named Jamela Perkins. She was on season 14 of The Voice, and she ran a few rounds and then she was off, and this was kind of like one of her first singles after that show, and she wanted to make like a powerful message, so she sent me the song, and we talked about it, and I wrote this concept based around domestic violence. So we said, let's just make it, let's really put a message out there, something that people don't talk about a lot. It's not talked about enough. And so the whole video revolves around this toxic relationship between her and the dude, and gets abusive, and the song originally wasn't actually written for that, but it really fit the theme. So we rolled with that. And there's actually a long version of it. Like there's like a 12-minute version, like a short film version of it. I didn't have it done. I would have put it in the festival. I would have entered it as like a short, but it wasn't done by the time, to get it in. So I entered the short version, the actual music video version. But this was like, think like Thriller, like a long music video with dialogue and acting and stuff in it. So, yeah.
Good. That's good. I can tell you had your short film touch on that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you see like in the video, whoever got a chance to see it, there's a lot of her breaking the fourth wall in the video, which is something that's not really done in music videos. So she's like, she's singing, but she's breaking the fourth wall and turning to the camera. So it's like we just wanted to do something different to kind of make it like really kind of pull the audience into what's the turmoil that the character is going through, because you can see as he's yelling at her and screaming at her and she's still singing, it's kind of like, all right, she's heard this a million times before. She's so used to it, which is an element that happens in real life with, abuse, with domestic violence. They hear it so much, they're so used to it, they almost think it's natural,
Yeah, natural way of life. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what other music video projects that you have working on?
Well, it's funny because I don't usually do music videos because they have to have some sort of cinematic element to it, or else I won't do it. Because I really like to, I don't want to do, all the actors and stuff that I work with. If I call them for a music video, they know that they're gonna act in it. They're not like video vixens. No disrespect to anybody who does that, but I don't really. So, but I thought this would be a very good opportunity to almost serve as a PSA at the same time. Just really help raise awareness to this cause. I mean, it's just really unfortunate the things that happen. So we just really, I found a way to make this. Actually, I called it, when you see the long version, it says, I think I called it a cinematic music experience.
Okay. So how can the viewers follow you for any upcoming projects, or even just to go back to look at what the award that you just won for best music video? How can they follow you and see it?
Oh, most definitely. Well, I know you guys have it. I think you guys have it posted on your site as well for a while, but you can go to on YouTube is the best place to find it. The IE network. So it's like youtube.com/the IE network. That's where they're playing it. At the director is my tag on Instagram, and I post a lot of my professional work there. So it's the director, DA director.
It's definitely been a pleasure, man, and looking forward to more awards, especially next year. We can actually be face to face and step on.
I'm trying to come with a feature next year, man. I'm gonna try to get a feature in next year.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm working on something real heavy right now, so let's do it.
I'm a good actor myself, I think. I mean,
okay. All right.
Hey, I done been in one feature film already, and it's going really well. So, hey.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you very much again. I really, really, really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
Pleasure, man.
All right. Stay safe, man. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Wow, man. This a lot of these winners, man, are exciting. I'm excited about the films and just being able to see what they're able to do behind the scenes, throughout the pandemic that's been happening. And even though we are here virtually, and for you guys to pull it together and be able to pull it off is truly amazing. Definitely.
Yeah, man. I love talking to filmmakers who are not only filmmakers, but they're fans of the craft. Like they study it. They eat, sleep, and breathe filmmaking, and they want to get better and they want to put more content out there. Those are the type of filmmakers that that we're celebrating this year.
it's humbling because I mentioned earlier that I was in my first feature film called Soul Hood Prime 2. And that was, written and directed by, Carlos Smith.
Yeah, I know Carlos. Okay.
And so that's has, he's now on Amazon Prime, so you can watch that film. You can also watch me in it, even though I have a segment piece in it, but it's a great segment piece to get me to the next level because I'm trying to do that.
Check it out. I will check it out.
But yeah, man, we're going to keep this party going, man, because next we have the winner for Best Screenplay, Marcellus Cox. Do we have Marcellus with us?
We talk about a fan of the craft here.
All right. Marcellus, my main man. What's happening? What's happening?
Yo, what's going on?
We can't hear you.
There you go. All right, got the Chinese
chilling, a couple beers, watching the Raider game. Can you hear me?
All right. You got the whole the Bruce Lee. Remember the Bruce Lee where you can hear and then your lips move later on. We got the little action. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely
sorry
hear
about that. My bad. I got caught up. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We got you.
All right. My bad about that, man. I'm caught up watching the Raider game, so you just forgive me.
No, it's all great, man. My team won today, so I'm all good. I'm excited. Big shout out to them Dolphins down there in Dade County. So, but yeah, man, you congratulations on winning best screenplay. How does it feel?
I guess it was so great he froze up. Yeah.
We got to talk about that one, but yeah. And with best screenplay, how did you guys come up with the strategy of?
He's gone, TJ.
Oh, he's gone. I'm talking to you.
We lost him.
I'm talking to you now. Like what went into winning or picking best screenplay?
You know what? I love a great screenplay. There you go. Okay. All right. He's back.
We are back.
My bad.
Best screenplay.
Sorry about that.
How does it feel?
It feels good, man. To win for your writing and the storytelling and just creating characters and bringing a picture to life. That's the best feeling in the world. So winning for that is a great feeling. And for me, as someone who writes as much as I do, that's the dopest thing, man. So I appreciate the award. I appreciate the honor, man. And I'm just forever humble and grateful by it.
Wow, that's great, man. And speaking of being able to do a lot of writing, for Mickey Hartway, which was the film that you wrote for best screenplay, tell us a little bit about it.
So Mickey Hardaway is a psychological thriller. It's about a young sketch artist who goes to visit a well-renowned psychiatrist in an attempt to regather his life as he's basically, in best way I could put it, trying to regroup himself from all the physical and verbal abuse that he's taken from not only his family, but society as a whole.
Wow. And I had my mic on, but I guess you probably do a lot of lip reading because that's exactly what I was saying. Like, tell us about Mickey Hartway, and just went right into it. So like, okay, all right, he can read lips, he can write screens, and he can do everything. I'm like, all righty then. All right, so but no, that is awesome, man. And how long have you been doing film writing, and what motivated you?
I've been doing filmmaking, man, maybe since really 11, honestly, to keep it bug with you. I've loved this craft, and even at 32, I'm like, I give more in love with it every single day that I'm telling a story and creating something. So, my bad. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
I apologize,
TJ, if I can jump in really quickly. Marcellus has been around for a couple years, and he's a young guy, young artist that I've had my eye on because he constantly cranks out work, and I get excited, and all of us get excited at OUFF whenever his work comes through, whether it's a screenplay or whether it's you know, whether it's a short, you know, he actually had a short in OUFF called I'm Sorry. So, you know, we appreciate, you know, that about our artists, about our filmmakers, that they want to put in as much content as possible. And that's what I tell people, flood us with all of your content. Make sure it's good. Don't give us crap content. You know, flood us with as much great content that you have, because we want to honor and celebrate you.
And I think that most definitely. The only thing though, it hurt my pockets though when I do it though.
So what do you have planned now next? You know, in the next big circuit, because I know a lot of people have been trying to feature their films on Amazon Prime and even getting to Netflix. I know a lot of films have been on the Urban Movie Channel and different things. What platform are you looking to, you know, expand to?
As of right now, I'm not even concerning myself with that. I just made the concept short for Mickey Hardaway, which is playing on circuit. So I'm just gonna let that play, and we'll let it do what it do. And whoever wants it can always reach out to me personally, and we can discuss that. But I'm not looking for any platform. I'm just looking to make the work. As an artist, that's all I drive myself on, is just creating. So whoever likes it and they ever want to talk to me about it personally, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. But I'm not looking to put it on this one platform or just have my eye on this or on that. As an artist, my only sole goal is just to create. I want to do. So anybody want to talk with me, especially with Mickey Hardaway, since it's a proof of concept on the circuit right now as a short. If you like it and you dig it and you want to talk about the feature, reach out to me. That's the best way I go handle my business.
Wow! Congratulations once again. And before we head out of here, let the viewers know how they can get in contact with you or follow you for any other screenwriting, or even, hey, if you have a casting call for something, how can they reach out to you?
Personally, you can reach me at facebook.com/MarcellusCox24. You can also reach me at my email personally at coxmarcellus@gmail.com. And I'm always on there actively. So if you guys have something you want to say, whether about the work or if you want to talk about casting, ever about the next project, reach me anytime. I'm always open to talk. So,
wow, that's awesome, man. And thanks once again for joining us, man. Best of luck to you. Looking forward to any, you know, future project that you have going on. I really appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, there we go. Oh man, we had a blast, man. And today was just about, you know, celebrating, you know, the winners, and celebrating, you know, an entire weekend of fun and excitement. And Jason, you guys have put on such a great show, and I'm super excited. I didn't know how it was gonna work, but hey, it actually worked because we were entertained, you guys educated, and we had and we celebrated. And today is the celebration.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with this year, man. And we didn't know what we could do virtually, but we did it. You know, like I said in the beginning, we brought our entire team together. We worked with one unit. We all had one vision. There were no egos, and we just said, let's get it done. Before we do go, I would like to make an announcement, if that's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So we have been fortunate to partner with the Zora Festival, and the Zora Festival is a huge celebration here in Orlando, and I think they're celebrating their 35th year. And in 2022, we will actually be partnering with them. We may do some projects with them going into 2021, but in 2022, we will have a partnership with them where it would be in January 2022, it will be Zora Festival and the Orlando Urban Film Festival together. Wow. And we are really excited about that. And in 2021, we're going to have about four other events throughout the entire year. So I want people to be on the lookout for that, because we are not only looking to grow our filmmakers, but also grow and expand our own brand and create as many opportunities as possible for content creators.
Wow, that's super big, man. That's exciting. We all know how big the Zora Hill Festival is, in the historic Eatonville,
Yes,
and it's such a a great festival, and for you guys to be able to partner up and be able to expand and do big things is a really big deal. So big ups and congratulations once again.
Thank you. And we were honored to have them as a sponsor of our the Importance of Black Superhero panel. And that conversation will of course continue with Zora Festival in 2021.
Wow, I'm super excited about things that's coming up down the pipeline, with you guys and everyone that's out there. I know Essex, he's super excited being able to get back into what he does best. My co-host who couldn't join me, Samantha Nicole, she's getting back into it. My main man,
everywhere,
and then my main man, Carlos Smith. He's actually one of those guys who decided to figure it's time to walk away from corporate America and start focusing on 100% of his craft, and he hasn't looked back since. So again, I hate this effing job has really set the mark, which is why a lot of us have been able to pursue our dreams 100% versus half of the time, because we're worrying about I need a job that's going to be able to pay for this and not have to worry about that. But now when you just leap out on that faith and just follow what God has for you, the sky's the limit, and there's no looking back. And I'm super excited about everyone who decided to take that journey and move forward. So and Jason, I know we couldn't, but just to run down a list of the winners, we just had Marcellus Cox for best screenplay, and we also had best feature film as well as best documentary. Harold Jackson. We also had best animated film by JJ for The Quiet. Best student short, we had Monique Berkeley. She was on there, which inspired a lot of people to walk away from their job to pursue
their effing job.
Effing job. Yes. And then of course we couldn't meet with Melvin Cotton. That's another good dude that I know for Song of the Year for Good Vibes. And we also had best web series, which featured Lee Milby, Natalia Elizabeth, and Duval Ministry.
Psychotrics, right?
Psychotrics, for Psychotrics. And then rounding it out was best OUFF short film, which was LaChris Jordan, which is for January 14th. And congratulations.
And let me tell you, shorts was an extremely difficult category because there were so many shorts that were submitted, and our judging panel they kept going back and forth and back, about who to select, because there were just so many great choices.
Wow, and I'm sure it is. The process isn't easy because you have so many that could have easily won it. And I know early when we got hung up with Marcellus earlier, the process that it took. And before we go, what do you guys go through in regards to the process of who actually decides to get that award, being that there's so many people out there that have done amazing things with their films?
Well, we look for a number of things. We look for story. We look for plot. We look for directing. We look at cinematography. We look and to make sure that the film has the total package, the total experience for the viewer. And if it does, they are nominated as a finalist.
Sure, it's not an easy process, but as far as being able to select it, in my mind, everybody's winners. Everybody's winners, and I'm super excited about it. So before we get to our closing, I just want to thank you once again for allowing me to be the behind the scenes red carpet host once again. Hopefully next year you'll be able to see me in person and dress up, because hey, just make sure you get me from waist up, but yeah, in closing, just go ahead and just wrap it up for us, and just give us your your closing thoughts.
Well, it's been a fantastic year. TJ, I thank you for doing our red carpet. To the entire OUFF team, I greatly appreciate you more than you know. You really jumped in and pulled off a great experience, and we could not have done this without you. We cannot grow without you. And to our filmmakers, please continue to write, continue to put your content out there. We love celebrating our content creators of color. We are here to represent you. So please allow us to be your platform of choice.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Jason. And once again, I'm your main man, TJ Chapman. You guys have a blessed night, safe night, and make sure y'all continue to wash your hands and wear your masks.
Peace.
Have a good